Our full-time world travel kicked off in 2026 with multiple cruises, and this past week we were experiencing our third cruise, and it's only January. We were on the MSC World America sailing the Western Caribbean. What was this mega ship like? What did we do? How did Robert make multiple crew members smile and laugh? And what is up with that classic British phone booth? And is there really a secret place it takes you to? We are Robert and Jill, a Gen X couple who retired early to travel the world full time. After 30 years of life together, raising kids, building careers, and chasing the American dream, we reinvented our retirement by selling everything we owned to trade it for the adventure of a lifetime. Join us as we bring you stories about the people we meet, the places we go, and what it took to get there. After spending 12 days sailing through Mexico, we went over to LAX and hopped on an American Airlines flight nonstop from LAX all the way to Miami. We had a quick overnight at the Intercontinental, and in the morning grabbed an Uber to take us over to the MSC World America. We headed over to the port of Miami and we're ready to go. So our first day of the cruise included our first look at this beautiful ship. We got into embarkation. I was pretty excited to board this ship, and it is huge. It is beautiful. We came into the main promenade. It's open. It's gorgeous. There's this beautiful LED ceiling that changes displays regularly. It's always fun to look at. Lots of restaurants. There's this Mexican restaurant. There's pizza and burgers. And our favorite, the chocolate shop. It is divine. This is a theater. We saw a show on there. We're going to tell you all about it. It's a beautiful venue. We loved it. The main pool is on the top deck. And then here is the English telephone booth. There's a big secret, and we're going to tell you all about it. We then set sail for the Caribbean. We headed to one of the main dining rooms and had a delicious dinner. Afterwards, we headed to the World Promenade. This is spectacular. 11 stories open up to the sky, open up to the back, and the jaw drop, the largest dry slide at sea. We then found Sweet Temptations, an incredible candy shop with candy. There's sundaes there, lots of sweet treats, and the best part of the night, we got to meet 5 of the crew members from 5 different countries. Robert was able to say, "Hi, nice to meet you," in 5 languages. It was a really fun way to end our night. Okay, we are in room 16175. Of course, it's on the 16th deck, so we're pretty high up. So when we come on in, you'll see the room here. It's a pretty standard size room. You can see the room goes behind me. We have a full-size couch here, which is really nice. We spend a lot of time sitting there talking and working on YouTube. We have this beautiful credenza, lots of cabinet space, storage, shelves. We have a mini fridge as well as a safe in here, which is in the drawer. It's pretty awesome. Then, of course, we have the bed. The bed is big enough. It's a little harder than we're used to, but it's fine for getting some sleep. And then, of course, our obstructed view balcony is out here. We are having a sea day right now. We're sailing. And the reason why it's an obstructed view is because we have this awning here over the top and then this pole. And what's above us is the buffet. So this is categorized as an obstructed view. And as you can see, it's really not. We have a beautiful view of the ocean, and we spend time out here, and it's just lovely. And now here is the bathroom. And it's a pretty standard size bathroom for a cabin here. It's snug, but it works. You can see we've got our sink. There's a small cabinet under here. Of course, the toilet's right here. The cool thing about this shower is that it has glass doors as opposed to a shower curtain, which personally I really like. Shower curtains kind of squeeze me out. But it's a beautiful shower. Just for context, you can see me in here, and I am, for the record, 5'7" tall, so it's a little snug here in the shower, but it works. And you want to talk about work? Here's Putra. He is our room steward, and that man works really hard from Bali, and we became fast friends. If you need some relaxation, there's plenty of beautiful bars around. This is one of the bars on the top deck. Also, on the top deck in the back is the Zen adults only area. It is massive, plenty of room to relax and watch the world sail by. There is beautiful sculptures there at the main pool that accent that area so beautifully, as well as a large movie screen for movies and sporting events. Now let's play. For any kids, no matter what your age, there's plenty of fun things to do, including a pop-up Lego parade. If that doesn't put you in the mood to play, this will, the jaw drop. And stay tuned, we're going to see Robert go down that 11-story slide. If the slide isn't enough to get you laughing, there is a miniature lighthouse up on the top deck for play. You can also take a look and have fun at the ropes course. Any person can do that of any age, and if all else fails, there are 2 wonderful water slides. Having retired from managing a small personal training studio and being a certified personal trainer, movement and fitness is a huge part of my life. And whenever I travel, I'm always looking for a gym. I look for machines, I look for free weights, strength machines, racks, and let me tell you what, this gym had it all and more. It was a beautifully appointed gym with everything you could have wanted. I ended up taking a stretch class, a Pilates class, even got my strength training in. And one of the challenges I had is because MSC is an Italian ship, all of the weights were in kilograms. So I had to do a lot of math every time I worked out. I also got my runs in, and let me tell you what, there is no view like this on a treadmill. If any of you have any questions or comments about how I stay fit and what movement looks like while we're traveling full time, please feel free to comment below.
All right, good morning. Welcome to a very, very overcast and drizzly Honduras. They just made the announcement that every single excursion booked on the ship for Honduras has been canceled, and they have warned us that there is flooding in some parts of the town slash city here, and so they are advising not to get off the boat and go exploring deep into Honduras. And I bet there's a lot of disappointed people today. We're lucky we're going to be back in about a week or so. But I had hoped to get off the boat, but we will see. When your neighbor's house is built really close to yours, Hello, Celebrity Cruises.
Not only did we have the Celebrity cruise ship, we also had Princess's Sun Princess, one of their largest ships in their fleet. And along with Princess was also an Oceania ship. Between the Sun Princess, Oceania, Celebrity, and our ship, we were looking at almost 15,000 passengers getting off the boat in Costa Maya. Jill and I looked at each other and we said, yeah, no way.
So what do you do when you stay on the ship? Well, of course you eat. And we spent a lot of time in the buffet, either at breakfast or lunch. There were lots of really great choices, some that were nutrient dense, others not so much, but there was certainly plenty to choose from. Our dinners really were spent at the main dining room, and every night we had dinner there with our new friends from Florida, Bill and Christina. The meals there are generally 3-course meals. You have a selection every night, and they were fantastic, made all the better because they were served by our amazing waitstaff, as well as our super fun brothers from the bar. One evening, we did have dinner at the Greek-themed restaurant Paxos. It is a specialty restaurant, so there is an extra charge for this meal. However, we got a ton of food, freshly made. I had the best salmon I have ever had in my life. Robert loved his lamb meatballs, and we can honestly say this was the best meal we had all week.
We had probably the most amazing waitress on the entire ship, our friend Vernell, who is from the island of Dominica, which will be out here in just a couple of weeks.
Good morning, Cozumel, Mexico. Jill and I are getting ready to head downstairs, and we're going to take a ferry, maybe that orange one there, and we are off to Chichen Itza.
After we got off the ship, we took a short and breezy walk down the pier onto our ferry for a 35-minute transport over to Playa del Carmen. After arriving in Playa del Carmen, we met up with our tour guide, Manuel. He took us through the shopping district there, lots of souvenirs and things to buy, and then we boarded a bus. While we were on the bus, Manuel gave us a lot of information about Chichen Itza, about the Yucatan Peninsula, Playa del Carmen. He was very personable and informative. We made it to Chichen Itza. It was super crowded, but once we all gathered together, we ended up walking through the obligatory vendors, and there it is.
And this is Chichen Itza.
So here we are at Chichen Itza. It's pretty marvelous. Apparently it's one of the 7 wonders of the world, and we can see why. It's not just this structure, but there's multiple structures around the property compound area here, and sculptures. There's this, which is built on water. There's a game area where they would play games.
No el Maya lo logró, sí, lo lograron los arqueólogos, por eso está hermoso. Miren la cabeza de dragón, acá está la pared.
After a fascinating and warm afternoon, we boarded our air-conditioned buses and headed back to Playa del Carmen. We had to wait in line again, but then headed down the pier and got on our ferry for the 35-minute ride back home. They even left the lights on for us.
He was. I send him to sign the waiver. You want to go?
No, she's passing. All right.
Just give yourself a push when you start to go down, lay back.
Okay, so lay all the way down like that?
Yeah, like that, yeah.
All right, here we go.
Send it.
Woo! Yeah, baby! Oh, that is cool. Woo! Keep going. Keep going. Thank you.
From the classic 70s Jaws to classic 80s rock, we have to tell you about Queen Symphonic. This was a full production show made specifically for MSC. There were dancers, singers, a live band, acrobatics, and they all took us through a whole medley of Queen songs. There was a symphony recording in the background that went along with the dancing and the music, and it was unbelievable, so much fun, and so awesome to see age groups all over enjoying the show. And speaking of the 80s, another show we saw was Dirty Dancing. They ended up showing the entire movie in the theater, but there was a live band of dancers in the theater. And as the music came up in the movie, the band kicked in, the dancers came on, and it was like having a live cast along with the movie. It was so much fun rewatching that movie. And I would have to say that we had the time of our life. And speaking of the time of our life, here's that mysterious English phone booth, and we're going to tell you the secret. And here's the secret. It's a speakeasy, invite only, down on deck 4. We had to have a secret passageway to get through, and we're in here, and it is awesome.
Our final day was at Ocean Cay in the Bahamas, MSC's private island. This tiny little sandy location in the Caribbean held a number of things to do. There is jet skis, snorkeling, paddleboarding, or simply laying out on the beach, grabbing your favorite drink, and enjoying the sapphire blue waters that surround this amazing location. Jill and I decided to walk past the main beach area and enjoy the views near the lighthouse. After grabbing our favorite tropical beverage, we relaxed for a few hours and toasted our final day on the MSC World America.
So I would say we had a pretty awesome week in the Western Caribbean on the MSC World America. We'll be spending more time here in the Caribbean, and right now we are on the Star Princess, and we're excited to bring you our week aboard this brand new ship.
Yeah, we got 3 more weeks in the Caribbean this week and 2 additional weeks. And I don't know, I really enjoyed Chichen Itza.
I sure did too. It was really exciting. We've got more excursions, more fun, more ship previews.
More ships.
And more ships. So be sure to stay tuned. You want to subscribe, like, comment. We love getting comments from you.
Yep, we're on Instagram if you're not following us already. So Instagram under Our Retirement Reinvented. And of course, we're also on Facebook under, again, Our Retirement Reinvented. We'd love for you to join us there too, because we give you kind of daily updates on what's going on and a lot of fun footage that Jill shares.
That's right. And if you're wondering what we packed last week, we kicked back to my packing video. There's a link below that we put in to show what Robert packed for our world travel. So stay tuned and check that out when you have a chance. So be sure to stick around as we tell you about the people we meet
The places we go.
and what it took to get there.
Thanks for watching.